Welcome back to Thrifty Whiskey, the channel where we help you find the best whiskey for your buck. I'm your host Josh, and today we have a special episode for you. We're going to take a look at the silver and gold winners in the bourbon category for the International Wine and Spirits Competition, specifically the ones that retail for under $35. Most of these whiskeys we've already reviewed, and some of the results will probably surprise you. Now, the International Wine and Spirits Competition, or the IWSC, is one of the oldest wine and spirit competitions in existence. It uses a panel of over 80 expert judges to rate over 4,000 entries every year. The judges use a 100-point scale to rate the product on appearance, aroma, taste, and finish. They also consider factors such as balance, complexity, character, and quality. The judges then give out medals for gold outstanding, which is 98 to 100 points, gold, which is 95 to 97 points, silver, which is 90 to 94 points, and then bronze, which is 85 to 89 points. For the purpose of this video, we're only going to look at the silver and gold winners. Let's start with our lowest rated silver winner. Our first silver winner scoring 90 points was Benchmark Small Batch. This new affordable offering from Buffalo Trace comes in at 90 proof and is part of their new Benchmark lineup. Generally speaking, we really enjoyed this new lineup of Benchmark products from Buffalo Trace. While this one wasn't our favorite, we're surprised that none of the other ones actually made it onto this list. Next up, we have a bourbon that's kind of elusive, and that's Weller Special Reserve. Weller Special Reserve scored 90 points as well at the IWSC and comes in at 90 proof. It shares the same mash bill as Pappy Van Winkle, one of the holy grails of bourbon. But considering all the other things on this list, is it really worth the hype? Scoring 1 point more than Weller Special Reserve, retailing for $20 and being more widely available, is Evan Williams 1783. This bourbon is at least 6 years old, comes in at 90 proof, and is one of our favorites for $20. If it wasn't clear, it got silver as well and scored 91 points at IWSC. The next bottle used to be the king of value, but now it's really hard to get your hands on and is marked up way more than it should be. That bottle is Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare is from Buffalo Trace and actually shares the same mash bill as Benchmark Small Batch. However, this bottle carries a 10-year age statement and is essentially a single barrel, except that they can't quite call it that. It also comes in at 90 proof. The last of the silver winners is one of my personal favorite bottles, and that's 1792 Small Batch. 1792 Small Batch scored a 94 at the International Wine and Spirits Competition. We don't know how old it is, but we do know it uses a high rye mash bill, and it comes in at 46.85%, or 93.7 proof. In my opinion, this is one of the best budget bourbons on the market. So that's our silver winners. Let's move on to the gold winners. Now, what may not be surprising is that all of our gold winners receive the same score of 95, which is the lowest a gold medal winner can get. The first bottle on the list is Buffalo Trace. Yeah, another tater bottle on the list, but on the interesting side of things, it scored higher than Eagle Rare. It shares the same mash bill as it and Benchmark Small Batch. Same proof, but different ages. All in all, Buffalo Trace seems to have done pretty well in the budget category, assuming you can actually find these bottles. Next is the only bottle that we actually haven't done a review for yet, and that's Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig Small Batch is named after a Baptist pastor named Elijah Craig and is made by the Heaven Hill Distillery. Being a Kentucky Straight bourbon with no age statement, it's at least 4 years old and comes in at 94 proof. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one tastes. Now the bottle you've been waiting for. The bottle that scored the same as Elijah Craig and Buffalo Trace, that scored higher than Weller Special Reserve and Eagle Rare. That bottle is Evan Williams Bald and Bond. Yeah, that's right. This $17 bottle beat out so many other whiskeys. Personally, it's one of my favorite bottles to have just on hand, and it's the only bottle I've ever bought a handle of. It's also produced by the same people who obviously make Evan Williams 1783 and Elijah Craig, and that's Heaven Hill. Comes in at 100 proof and is aged for at least 4 years. In my opinion, this is a must-have for any bourbon drinker, whether you need something to sip on or to mix in a cocktail. So those are the best performing budget bourbons from IWSC. Let me know your thoughts about the winners down below, both the budget bourbons and any other bourbons that have won as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment down below. I was thinking about maybe doing scotches. Only so many scotches though that were on those lists that I can get and can afford. And a lot of them I don't recognize too. So leave a comment down below if you want to see a video like that for Scotch and Irish and etc. And until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you. Cheers.